So many times, success in a particular industry or a project requires you to think outside the box. And that's what we had to do when we approached the petroleum industry in South America, is we had to think outside the box, because they had been worked quite successfully, we thought, in the past, and so to try to do the same thing again would not bring us any better results. So when we were approached by a company in South America to help them reduce their downtime, we assembled our team together and decided that we would approach this differently. We would approach the well site where the drilling was from the aspect of a cascade approach, like we would a building, a typical facility, and install a suppressor at the main, and then at the inverters, and then at the more sensitive equipment. So as we developed the concept and sold the company on the idea, we invited them to come to the factory. We assembled a cascade series of tests at their instructions. They used our products and they used the products they were using. And at the conclusion of the 2 days worth of testing, the evaluation was taken back to their headquarters, and we were chosen to implement our concept and our idea. It was quite a bit more expensive, but the idea was that we could obtain a residual voltage, a lower voltage for better protection for electronics. So we began that implementation process. Over the course of 2005, 2006, we'd implemented this in about 75 wells, and at the close of that year, a letter was written to the head of the department for the oil company, and it was stated that by implementing our surge suppressors, we were able to save them about $900,000 of maintenance costs, and more importantly, an additional 30,000 barrels of oil will be able to be pumped out of the ground. That opened the door for us to do an entire field. And by the close of 2009, we had done approximately 250 to 300 wells. And these charts are as a result of what we were able to produce in the field with this cascade approach, something that had not been tried before. Here we see what had taken place from April 2006 through the October 2009. And we were able to reduce the amount of maintenance costs for electronic boards at the well sites by almost 68%. But more importantly, what they track is deferred production, what they were not able to produce because wells were down. And this maroon line here represented before we began to implement the approach. Over the course of the next 4 years, the deferred production got lower and lower and lower. The official report to headquarters were that over the course of 2006 to 2010 were approximately $32 million in extra production, extra oil that was produced and sold because of less downtime and less maintenance. As a result of this, we have now become the standard product design for the oil production in this particular country in South America and for this particular company. We appreciate it. It was a fantastic result.